Price gouging. It can affect everyone, some people positively and others negatively. You might be wondering, what is price gouging? Price gouging is the term used to describe when a seller raises the price of their goods, services, or commodities higher than most people would typically be willing to pay. This happens during times of crisis when these goods are needed the most and is considered unethical because some people may not be able to afford to pay the newly spiked price. Price gouging is unfair to people suffering from natural disasters like hurricanes, tornadoes, or floods. While it seems fair to the person selling goods to the victims or people trying to survive these disasters, there might not be good intentions behind doing so. In Kentucky, a man named John Shepperson bought 19 generators and rented a truck to transport these generators to where Hurricane Katrina affected. The man raised the price of the generators to cover the cost of transportation and various other things he needed, like food or a place to sleep. But authorities didn't like that he was raising the price of these generators to an extremely high price, and John Shepperson was arrested for the price gouging. Everyone can help disaster victims after the serious losses they suffer from by donating money to disaster relief programs. Professional athletes support disaster victims as well. Some athletes like J.J. Watt, Chris Paul, Scott Kazmir, and Mike Trout donated $257,000 to the Houston relief effort. That was just some of the donations to help the victims of Hurricane Harvey. J.J. Watt also raised $4 million in just 3 days after starting his relief fund. NFL, NBA, and MLB have donated a combined $3 million to organizations such as the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund, the American Red Cross, and the United Way. These foundations help with preparations for oncoming disasters like hurricanes or tornadoes, and by offering some form of financial help towards buying supplies or having shelters ready for people who are unprepared in these events. Price gouging is a tough thing to counter. Some people may have good intent, or some companies may just do it to make more cash. When thinking about it, either way, it could still seem immoral and unfair to people who need these things most and may not be willing to pay the newly spiked prices. Price gouging should be considered illegal. When people are desperate and have no one to turn to, we shouldn't jeopardize their lives by trying to line our wallets with a little extra cash.